Okay, this one's for the doulas. I recently went to my first birth and I wanted to talk to all the new doulas about it, and if any older doulas, less new doulas, want to weigh in and give advice, I'd appreciate that too. First, I want to say it was freaking incredible. So I'm going to tell you about being on call, I'm going to tell you what I took, and then I'm going to tell you about the birth. So first off, I put myself on call 2 weeks before the due date through 2 weeks after the due date. And so what being on call meant was that I did not really go anywhere further than 2 hours away. I didn't drink the whole time and kept my ringer on so that I wouldn't miss anything. Otherwise, I went about life as normal. I did tell people that I might not make it to events because I had a birth coming, and naturally the birth happened when I was at an event. But I told them, so being on call was super easy. I will also say that my client is perhaps more informed about birth than most people, since she is also a birth worker. I think normally I would have probably had to answer more questions, especially when she was in labor, to determine if she was in labor or help her decide when to go to the hospital, but she knew all those things. So for me, being on call was super easy. So the bag, I actually ended up taking 2 bags. I didn't really have a lot of money to spend on a ton of things, so I just bought what I thought would probably be the most important. My client didn't really have things that she needed or like demanded at her birth. She kind of was like douling me up, and so that left it really open for me to just bring anything I found. So I'm gonna go through what was in my bags and I'll show you my bags. I will say I use basically none of it, but that's okay because now I'm ready for the next birth in case mom wants all the things. So I start with my bag of toiletries because I didn't know how long I was gonna be there, and I didn't want to be in there funky. So just basic toiletries, face wash, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste. So I bought that, didn't end up needing that because the birth was fast. I bought a diffuser. So I got this bad boy at Target. You put the water in here and a few drops of essential oils, obviously plug it in, and then let it work. By the time we even remembered this, mom was over and was ready for epidural, so we didn't end up using it, but the dad was really into the idea of having a diffuser, so that was pretty cool. So I didn't use it, but I had it, and I will probably use it later. Okay, I told you I would do it, and I did. I did bring my copy of the birth partner. I did refer to it for some comfort measures and to see if there was one, because mom was having a pain somewhere and I couldn't remember what I had learned about comfort measures for that area. So I did end up using this. So that was pretty cool. I did end up bringing affirmations. Let me see this. So I made her a few affirmations. What I did beforehand was I gave her a list of a lot of different types of affirmations, and I had her go through it and tell me which ones she liked and which ones she didn't like. And then from there, I just ended up making a few printouts of some. There were 2 that she specifically said she really liked. And then I went on Pinterest and I also did my list and made a few others and hung them up around the room. I didn't have a chance to buy a rebozo before the birth, but I did end up just bringing this scarf. This is just one of those $10 scarves you can get on the streets in New York. In one of my trainings, we had used a scarf like this instead of a rebozo, so it was okay. Also, in her birth, we ended up using a hospital sheet, like a rebozo as well. So if you don't have a chance to get one, all is not lost. There's a lot of different things you can use instead of an actual rebozo. I ended up buying tennis balls and a massager. You just like rub it wherever things hurt. And with a tennis ball, you can actually put this in the rebozo, or you can also just like rub it on things that hurt. Dad ended up using this on himself. We didn't end up using this on her. We just really used our hands most of the time, but still good to have if you ever need it. I ended up bringing these straws. I got them at the dollar section at Target. They're super cute because I wanted to make sure that mom was hydrated. I obviously didn't end up using them because the hospital had straws and water, and honestly, I forgot that I had them. You do want to keep mom hydrated, and that's a fun way to keep her hydrated because they're super cute. I got all the candles. So I got these, they're like all upside down. I got these on sale at Michael's because there's always like a sale or coupon. So I ended up getting them cheaper at Michael's than I would have gotten them on Amazon. You can also get these at Joann's. I got these like right after Christmas, so everything was like on super clearance anyway. But I like the candles. We really ended up using them when we turn out the lights to get a nap. But I think if I get a lot more of these, I can definitely set the tone. And also if mom is like super into having a low lit birth, that's really cool. So I will end up getting more candles. This was my favorite part. And the nurse really liked them because I put them in the bathroom and the nurse was really into it. I bought snacks, so I ended up bringing Lunchables, chips, M&Ms. I ate all the M&Ms, vanilla Cokes, because I love vanilla Coke. I'm addicted to them. If vanilla Coke ever wants to sponsor me, I'm totes down for that. I'm gonna leave that right there, so in case they ever see this. There you go, vanilla Coke. I also ended up bringing gum because nobody wants to be funky breath in mom's face. But mom ended up bringing her own gum because she likes sweet flavors, so I will buy like a fruity flavor gum in the future too, because not everyone likes minty flavors like me for gum. But she ended up bringing her own gum and she ate it a lot, so that was good. I also bought Vaseline. This was literally the only thing that she asked for was Vaseline. She wanted to make sure her lips are moisturized. This is the thing that she's the most out of all the things that I'm showing you, but it was totally okay because she got a kick out of the Vaseline and her lips are moisturized, and on her pictures with the baby, her lips are sparkling. So that's also a win. I bought my file for her. So this just has some of her information. It also has the paperwork that I need for my certification, but I was like way too into the birth to even look at it. So at some point I'm gonna need to figure out how to fill this out. That is a future Eva problem. That's not my problem right now. It's gonna bite me in the end. Didn't mention, I did bring like more clothes to wear. So I bought a shirt, underwear, and a different pair of pants. I was wearing leggings. I wore leggings, a hoodie with my logo on it, and sneakers to the birth, and everything was fine. I think that's probably gonna be my birth go-to outfit, but I did bring other clothes in case we were there for a long time. I forgot to show you, I did bring essential oils for the diffuser. I bought tissues because I thought I might cry, but I didn't cry, which is strange because I cry at everything. So that is incredible. I bought a face mask. So this was actually mine, and I am gonna buy one for mom in the future, but because we had the lights low when she had her epidural and she could sleep, we just turned out all the lights and had the candles going. But I slept near the door and they keep the light on near the door, so I ended up using that to keep the lights out for myself, but I didn't sleep because I was just like way too excited to sleep. But theoretically, that will be helpful should I ever not be so hyped about going to a birth. So as for bags, I bought this weekender that I got from Target. It was my Christmas present to myself. And then I also bought this bag that I made on Threadless that has my logo on it. It's way bigger than I thought it would be, but that's okay. Yeah, so that's what I bought to the birth. And like I said, I really ended up using the Vaseline, and that's okay. And as for the actual birth, I was super nervous because it was my first birth, and my client knew that already, so that helped. So I didn't have to go in feeling like I knew everything. I was super lucky because the nurse that we worked with had just done spinning babies, so she was able to do some comfort measures with me and remind me of some comfort measures that I had forgotten since my training was a few months ago. And that felt really good. And mom, I wouldn't say she was on the fence about comfort measures. She just, I don't know, she just knew that she was always going to get an epidural, and I guess she didn't think that she would need them, so we didn't practice any beforehand. But she let us practice about maybe like 5 to 8 different comfort measures on her. So I thought that that was a win. And then when she got to the point where she was suffering, she got an epidural, and that was fine. One thing I will say, she apologized a lot. And moms, when you're in labor, do not apologize. It's fine, and it wasn't like she was like cussing me out or anything. It was like just apologizing for moaning or interrupting us if we're talking because she was having a contraction and she was telling me she had a contraction. Like, I spend a lot of time saying, like, you don't have to apologize. And just trying to keep her happy. And then after she had the epidural, she was able to relax, and she was having a really hard time relaxing beforehand. So I really spent a lot of time trying to make sure that she was breathing before she got the epidural, trying to make sure that she was hydrated. Once she got the epidural, they hooked her up to the IV, so I didn't have to worry about hydration anymore. And when she got the epidural, she was able to sleep, and so she was able to relax. And by the time she woke up maybe 2 hours later, she was fully dilated and ready to push, which I thought was incredible. And I was like, damn, I really underestimated the power of an epidural, because she really slept through all of that and was fully crowning by the time she woke up. And I don't think she believed us, and she just pushed, and maybe 5 pushes later, there was this beautiful little baby. And for me, a win was I wanted her to be present, because I saw a video of her first birth. And when she had the first baby, she was kind of like, what is going on? And, you know, like, really wasn't there. And at this birth, she was there. She made a joke about the baby's gender because she didn't know what it was before. And that felt like a huge win for me, because she was present and she did it. And it was incredible. And so during her pushing, I played family photographer. We had agreed on that before. I used their phones to take all the birth shots. She didn't want any pictures of her vagina or her crowning or any of that, so I didn't get any of them, but I did get a shot of them handing her the baby. Her mother took all of those shots, so if she should ever want them, she has them. So on being a doula and attending my first birth was that it was very exciting. For me personally, I want to refamiliarize myself with comfort measures, and so I'm gonna go find another training on comfort measures and read up on them, and I will need to find someone to practice on. So if you're in Connecticut and you want me to wrap you up in some rebozos, please let me, because I think that that's where I felt the most unconfident. But otherwise, I think I did a good job in like keeping mom calm, which was her big goal. In the end, she was very thankful. She said she had a good experience. So I'm very glad to have been part of a non-traumatic birth for especially a Black woman. So that felt awesome. I definitely couldn't sleep when I got home afterwards. I was so excited. I am going to do the postnatal check-in probably next week. I wanted her to just get in and be settled, and also her family was there, and I just didn't want to encroach on that time. But I think that the postnatal will show that she had a good experience. I saw that she posted on her Facebook about the birth, and I even made it into one of the pictures, so that felt like a win. And I just really can't wait to do this again. So yeah, the first birth was awesome. So doulas, tell me about your first birth. What did you think? How did it go? Was it a nightmare? Was it awesome? What would you do different? Talk to me. Let's talk doula. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, please subscribe. I am working on being more consistent and being back at this more frequently. And thank you for watching this video. Bye.